Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is Mhorgrimm. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Starfield, where we had just landed here in Londinion. Okay. I thought it sounded like howling winds, though. What's my issue? Oh, I've got an infection. Okay. And I'm hungry. Well, let's take the... see if I can make some antibiotics. Okay, antibiotics.
Very resourceful.
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Finally gonna ask me for an order,
And got everyone down here for some food. And then I will have some food. It's a nice poutine to heat myself up. And a double-double.
Did you need something?
Alright, let's see how bad the weather is.
I have heard of Londinion. Anyone who has spent time in the United Kingdom space has, of course. Now I understand why the story persists.
What's this place? Okay, let's get to the...
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command. Far end of the compound.
Okay.
I would prefer that we both remain light on our feet. You never know what could happen.
It's okay. My powers will keep me light on my feet. Oh, nothing of interest. Just in case any of them are spectacular.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Captain Mhorgrimm, UC Vanguard, you're expecting me?
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum.
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinion is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
Understood, ma'am. Don't expect
Precisely.
backup.
I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Ready when you are.
All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Okay. Calibrated. Okay, I think we're good. Who are
Hello.
you?
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Microgun. Nope.
Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky.
Right. Just gonna go and recharge my suit's pack for protection. Like, this is somewhere that could have been really fleshed out nicely if they had the time.
It's nice to see you.
Okay, so it should have an armory. Where? Oh. Oh. Fortunately, not better than what I'm carrying. Would look kind of nice, but well, not as good abilities or stats as what I'm wearing. I am gonna bring the minigun with me, though.
Such beauty in the midst of nothingness.
Hello.
That wasn't there before, was it? Outside, here we are.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
Okay. For my crew. Okay.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
Got the best team in the galaxy at my side. Couldn't be more ready.
That's damn right we are. Come on, let's get out there. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser,
Okay.
kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Be advised. Possible threat detected.
There's no hiding from me.
Shit. These things, they're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the more controlling them.
I cannot wait.
Protocols engaged.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough.
Angel Live can help us. There's 4 of us. Been hunting a trainer for days. She's out of her mind because the general, whoever is.
For you to
Okay.
dial.
Is there some compulsion that leads you to do this? Childhood
Yes.
trauma? okay to let things go.
I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
That one. Okay. Now we know what happens here, don't we?
Open fire!
Let's see these. Like, we know it's coming. Oh, hello.
Samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Okay, where's Kaiser? There.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
We've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Alright, hopefully I can warm up in here.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinion. Real marvel.
Mm-hmm.
All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
You seem to have taken on more than you can carry.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
require assistance, please, just say so.
Nope. Chunks. Here.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this? Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one...
Means that every single system is at risk. She wants me to talk to her.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
Oh, what we just witnessed, that can't be how all terramorphs are born, right?
No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinion lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
Feels like nothing natural should be able to do that.
I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
Given what we've seen, seems plausible.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Okay, now we'll get cold again.
Combat procedures activated.
Alright, let's get to the bottom of this. First of all, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Where's this go? So that's how it got in. Okay. Intriguing. Very interesting.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
I think that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger an attack.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach. But our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
I thought timing those was suspicious.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Oh, I have a few ideas. We'll have our answer soon enough.
Let's
You have
save
my
the
word.
discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Seeing it interesting what's around Londinion. Not nearly as big as I thought it would be. It's a shame.
Sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Okay.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
But it didn't need power. It's got a release mechanism. That's the whole point.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Oh, there's the control panel. Still looks operable.
Door one.
Of all the things to survive.
Reactivated. Error. Control system Dispatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Zenon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Yep. I'll grab the recording. Boop. Now we talk.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Uh-huh. That's certainly how I interpret it.
He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
Cold-blooded murderer.
Yes. Exactly what we all thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Listen, we should get moving. We've got work to do.
Right. Settled systems are counting on us. Kaiser, try it now.
Unlock successful.
Guys, your sample. It moved.
Your sample moved. How could that happen? So, 20% against robots. Not sure which of those
I'd be real
swords is
careful
better.
out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Okay, nope. What was that light? You can crawl out that way. I also want to go explore up there to see if there's any hidden parts I haven't seen.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
What the hell? Is that the sample?
those creatures? I think I can help them. I'm gonna need some help. There should be some radar equipment far enough down the road. Get those out. I'll relay my signal through there.
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up.
I want to go look up
Time
there.
to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Reminds me of my the Long Dark playthrough or Let's Play I'm doing right now. I briefly had a regen there, didn't I?
Take your time. We don't want to miss anything.
These, like, just these weird spots of regeneration. There it is. Just get some regeneration on my protection. Okay. We can now go out.
Hi.
Didn't get eaten, huh?
Very sarcastic. Let's
Look at
talk.
all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Sure did. Kaiser's got all the samples.
Best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
Plenty of suspects, that's for
That's
sure.
putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it
I
were
can.
me, I started the scene of the crime. New Atlantis.
I'll look into
Thank you,
it.
Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
Visiting Londinion has left me with a longing for Nero.
It's a shame you can't get into any of these buildings. Part of me was debating going out in my buggy. But no, we'll go inside. She was sleeping in my spot.
Looking hard or hardly working?
Let's have a bit of a nap.
I was beginning to wonder if you hibernate.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that long. Alright, so it's good against robots. I think the Furious one, yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah, consumables. No. Chunks. I had one that was like a drink pack of... That's right. And then I have a... Lotus, there we go. Alright, let's head back to Alpha Centauri. There we go. Back to Jemison.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Will do. Okay.
This is a beautiful place, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
What's up is all the crew should get together. Have ourselves a bit of a meal. Okay, so someone else had grabbed that chair. Fine. Let's have another double-double. Chicken marsala, yeah.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
A bit, but we're good right now. Okay, let's go sort them out.
Captain.
Value.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk, right?
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
I know we're safe now, but I'm still... Oh, please, take a look.
Let's see what you got. $55.
Appreciate the business.
No bounties? I should go visit Aquila and see if I can't pick myself up a boundary. Or boundary bound. What am I saying? This is what happens when I don't have a lot of sleep.
Authorized personnel only. Brent has to stay here.
She will. Let's have a chat.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinion of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
I know all your secrets, Francois. Tell me the truth about the attacks, and I might spare you.
How could you know? You're telling the truth, aren't you? You want to hear the words, then?
Yep.
I did it. The terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinion. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
associate. Who you been working
All
with?
in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble?
No better weapon to show. No, to work on something like that long. That seems personal.
Couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinion spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
You just said it took years to use the plant outside Londinion. You killed them for nothing.
Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter. She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
But that is problematic in a way. Like, if we're thinking about it, that means you're actually arranging so many different things, it seems unlikely, if not unbelievable. And how could you have coordinated all this from here?
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
Okay. So I'm your cleanup crew. You must think you're very clever.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
If you're going to wait for me to say thank you, you're going to be here a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
You think I'm just gonna forget the fact you killed people to your good works?
And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same, and leave my name out of the discussions to come.
Enjoy this talk, because once I tell the cabinet, probably be the last.
It's a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate.
You're trying to.
Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
To do the right thing would be me walking in with this and ending you.
Authorized personnel only. Fred has to stay here.
Always good to speak.
Let's get moving.
Yes, let's.
Time to go to cabinet. Oh wait, I gotta talk to them. And did I loot the president's office? I did. Didn't I?
Yes?
Pardon?
Oh, why are you people here? Why is there so many masked functionaries out and about?
The United Colonies will not be overrun or undermined while I serve. You can count on that. Unless you have official business with the government, this is not the place for you to loiter. Am I clear?
Okay. He's hiding out there. Disappointed. Four. So you know where the pirates are. Unconfirmed.
Perfect timing. We just got in.
Okay.
So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
It was Vivictus.
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the captain just misspoke. Right?
No, he's alive. And the UC had him the whole time he orchestrated the attacks from his cell.
No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
He's alive and responsible for the attacks.
The colony war butcher lives, unfortunately.
That's about the understatement of the century. A couple of choice four-letter words came to mind for me.
Alive. Vivictus is alive? How did you find him?
He actually contacted me. He's the reason we found Kaiser.
Wait. You knew he was alive and didn't tell us?
I couldn't, but I was sworn to secrecy. This felt too
You were
important.
sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know what a burden that can be. Doesn't mean I'm not mad. But I guess you letting us know late is preferable to never. Now at least we can inform the cabinet and let them deal with him.
Can't be allowed to get away with this.
Exactly. The people he harmed deserve justice. But now I guess we've got our answer. Nothing left to do but put it all in front of the cabinet. Any last things we needed to discuss? This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Okay. Nothing on my end. Let's head in there.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence.
Nope.
But a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
That's correct, ma'am. Deliberate account.
My God. An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
Report isn't true. Relays helped, but Vivictus organized the attack.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room.
Okay.
Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling. considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
The emergency recording snippet.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vivictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Good. Can you ensure he has no more outside contacts? Use UC functionaries to get his messages out.
That's truly disconcerting to hear. But cutting off Vivictus's contact with the outside world is likely to be just the beginning of his punishment.
What's gonna happen to him?
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
Good. The world would be better without Vivictus
I'm
in it.
inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinion. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Ma'am, I believe the other faction should be involved.
Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
It would demonstrate that the collective isn't the collective the UC isn't planning to secretly use it. We don't have exactly the best track record. This would ensure good behavior from both
A
sides.
show of good faith now would display a willingness to change. It would be seen as a sign that the secrecy and deception is behind you.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture, showing definitively this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
So, you want us to make nice with the collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes. don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Well, my take on the matter is that we can use these Sealies, and then with that, if that fails, we can also deploy the microbe after. If we deploy the microbe and the microbe doesn't work, we don't have the. It'll take time to bring up these Sealies again. So we'll use. We'll use the Sealies.
I'm in full agreement.
As primary.
No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
The first step in a bold new future.
Bolder, better, and brighter. Well, I need to write that one down for later.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, what's a Class 1 citizen?
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the Penthouse is rather impressive.
Thank you, Madam President.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
It does. Okay, let's see if those 2 masked functionaries are gone. Come on. He's not be. Yes. Oh, I've already read it. Well then.
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making Class 1.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, Commander.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
That's incredibly generous.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Like to run a Vanguard mission.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Just getting those coordinates to you now. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colony's craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Looks like it's Varun's zealots this time. Go send them back to their maker. Fly smart out.
I know I've mentioned it before, but I do love the architectural design here. Does appeal to me. Need a snack. Let's have an orange pop. A baguette. Still hydration issues.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen. You've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis.
I'm sure I have.
In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
I'm interested.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
You just might.
Ever the opportunist, aren't you?
Just looking to see if I have any bounties to collect. We'll stop off at the weapons manufacturer.
Heard the cabinet's assembled some kind of elite anti-terror.
Yeah.
You're here because you... Please, take a look.
And... almost 500,000 credits. Now, where was Mercury again? Oh, right next door. Okay. Up to the Penthouse. Befitting of my status. You get some music. You don't get the crowd traffic up here noise. Bad. Not bad. Okay, I could like this. Hell is that? Bad cleaning. Fridge, I could store everything. Display. Weapons room. Oh, and laundry. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's been a bit of a shorter session, but this seems like a good place to end. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. I'd especially like to thank anyone who's left a like or subscribe. I, of course, encourage you to, because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. But what I really hope you're doing is that you're taking care of yourselves. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Until then, enjoy your holidays. Make sure you take a good break to catch up with friends and family. And, take some you time as well. So until next we meet, this has been Mhorgrimm, wishing you all the best. Bye now.